Hello and welcome to In the Library with
Marsha,
and Adrian. And today we have with us special guest.
Jenell.
Jenell, special return guest,
Yeah.
Jenell. So for those of you who've been following this the whole time, Jenell was one of our first guests ever on the podcast. I don't remember which edition. Adrian, which edition was she on?
Like two, I think, two or three.
That's beyond my pay grade.
Yeah, he's the editor, so he knows these things. So if you enjoy the podcast today with Jenell, you can tune in and we'll see how things have changed over time. But remind us about your relationship with the library and all the things that you do.
Oh, I'm in the library every other day to use the printers because I refuse to buy one for my house.
Perfect. That's a good time to tell our listeners that you get 10 free prints a day
Yep.
at your local library. I tell people all the time, it's cheaper than a print ribbon, right? Come to the
And-
library. So we love that.
And lately, over the past year, I go there frequently to work because I work remote so many days a week. And sometimes when you're working at the house, it's hard to focus because you're looking around like, oh, I could go get the laundry done, or oh, I could clean this up real quick, or oh, I could go do this. So I'll go there a lot if I really need to focus on something with work where I have no distractions and I can just be quiet. And I've been doing that a lot lately.
That's great. With our guest
Yeah.
last week, homeschool, and they homeschool here for that same reason.
Yeah.
Because they said when we're at home, we need to differentiate, like going to school or going to work. That's
And
another great use of the
you can do it
library.
at home, but it just
Mhm.
depends on what I need done.
Yeah.
And I have certain things that are time crunch that require more concentration, and I just don't have the
Discipline.
discipline
Me
to do it
neither.
at home.
Me neither.
Yeah.
If I worked from home, I would be like, who wants to play
Yeah.
games? Who wants to go to lunch?
And all of a sudden I'm like hungry as if I've never eaten, and I snack constantly, and it's not good either. So I need to do that for my own
We're
health.
the same person. I'm better going to work too.
Like,
I'm
I think
better
I'll have
going
a
to work.
cookie right now. Oh, I think I'll have this cookie right now. And should
Oh.
sound good.
I love that. But look at those. There's more ways to use the library. Also, you're super involved with robotics, which is another kind of library connection.
Well, and
Because
that's
Jody is
done,
too. Oh, yeah.
But yeah.
But
yeah.
But just done for the season. You're not done, right? Are you doing it?
No,
next?
Lucas is gonna
Oh,
be
so
done with
you so this
junior
is done for you. Okay.
done for me. And then we've been doing the family nights
Oh, yes.
that they're hosting in
yes.
Bedford, and that was a lot of fun. And so
Okay.
they have another one coming up, and I just signed up for that.
See, look at that. Look at all those great fun ways to use your library.
Yeah.
You're an avid library
Get my
user.
kids off gaming and out of the house.
Yeah.
So
I love it. And as you remember, Adrian asks the really pressing questions. Adrian, do you have anything for Jenell today?
What is your favorite flavor of ice cream?
oh, that's a good Neapolitan, actually.
Which
Because
one you
I
can
like
choose.
I like the blend of flavor, and I feel like I have plenty of options.
Yeah, and sometimes if you're just feeling one, you could just scoop from one side.
Yeah.
Like when I'm in a strawberry kind of mood, I'll just leave the other two in there.
But my second one that I really like is peanut butter brownie from Handles.
Oh,
Sometimes.
nice shout out to Handles. I love Handles.
And then anything like a lemon ice cream. But if I had a go-to that I could buy consistently, it would be Neapolitan.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I like it. That's good. That's a good answer.
Do you think the sea is salty because the shore never waves back?
I have to use that one later. I hope I remember it.
Oh, I just took I had a book.
Right.
I know. I had a book club at the youth center on Tuesday, and I took a joke book over to like do some bad dad jokes with the kids. And so first they were groaning and like they didn't want to hear anymore. But then the one kid goes, "Can I have that book?" And she's like, "Yeah, he always tells like bad dad jokes." So we were sharing quite a few funny ones the other day too.
They're funny. They're
Yeah.
so stupid. They're funny. I
Yeah.
started watching the show on Netflix. Something Kimmy Schmidt. And I
Oh
can't remember-
yeah, is it incredible
Is it Incredible
yeah.
or something?
Mm.
And I finished the series, but it was the jokes in it were so stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, they were your typical dad jokes, but I would just be cracking up.
Yeah.
They were so dumb. It was funny.
I like them too.
So if you want a good show, that's a good one to watch.
Yeah.
Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
Oh, Unbreakable, yeah, that's what
Yeah.
it is. I thought that didn't sound right when I said it.
Yeah, but it's so stupid, but it was funny.
Yeah, I love that. And what are you reading now? Well, you told me about the one, but is there anything? Oh, do you still go to Books on Tap too? Do you still go to
I
book
do,
club?
well,
Yeah, depending
I'm
when you have
trying.
robotics and other
I'm
things.
trying, yeah. I missed last month because we had a high school meeting, but the Bookwoman's Daughter
Okay.
is what I'm reading for that. And I just finished I'm kind of changing how I'm reading. So I'm like not being on my phone as much in the evenings and taking that hour where the kids and my husband might be doing whatever and just sitting down and reading. So I just finished The Fifth Guest. It was a
Okay.
new book that I got
Open that up.
from your library, Adrian.
Oh,
And it was delightfully it was delightfully fantastic. Like it was a little scandalous, but not like over the top scandalous.
You've always liked that. You
Yeah,
like a
I
little
like
bit of
that kind of
scandal, a
stuff.
little bit of twist.
And then
Yeah.
I never read a Colleen Hoover book. I just can't. I give her props
Yeah.
that she's written so many books and that she's done so well with
Right.
how she started, but I cannot get into her storylines.
Yeah. Did you like?
But yet, I mean, I keep reading them to finish it,
Yes.
but I'm just like, I get done and I'm mad at myself for investing time in the book.
Did you like Frida McFadden? I think we talked about her before. She has a new one called The
I haven't-
Tinker.
I haven't
You should
read it.
try her. I think you'd like her because she has kind of some twists that I don't really see
Oh,
coming.
I'll get one while I'm here today then.
For sure. And
At least
I'm
one
going to take
time.
this opportunity when you said from your library, Adrian, but our library has like a floating collection. So if anyone listening wants to listen to or read The Fifth Guest or request that book, we will send it to any library. So you could request books and have them sent to any pickup library that you want them to. So I love that you were like, I just saw it when I was there. Did you just grab it off the shelf or what?
I always go to that new release.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if it's new release or is it
Both.
staff recommended
Both.
books over there?
They're by each
Adrian?
other. They're staff.
So there's a separate collection of staff recommended and of new books.
It must be the new books because that's one that's by the information desk by the computers.
That's
And-
new books.
Okay, so I grabbed it from there. I grabbed a couple of them from there.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I'm glad it was a great read. And so that's good. That's good to know too. I know you kind of read all over the place and
I do.
And you do go to Books on Tap. That is the first Tuesday of the month. The time has changed, right? It's 6 o'clock at Quimby's.
Right.
And what was the book now, is that the book you discussed last month or is that the book
No,
you're gonna
that's
be?
the book we're going to be discussing is The Bookwoman's Daughter.
The Bookwoman's Daughter will be the first Tuesday in March at Quimby's at 6 o'clock. So
Right.
yeah. And are you gonna be able to attend in March or don't you know?
Well,
I know.
I'm like, I keep trying, but I
Yeah.
should be able to. I have nothing on the schedule.
Okay, well, good. Well, yeah. So anyone who wants to meet Jenell in person and see her face, come on over to Quimby's.
It's always a good time. It's always fun. And
Yeah. Yeah,
So-
no, I miss that. But that is sounds like a good group. And Jessica, she's so great too. Like
Yeah.
I think that's a
Yeah.
lot of fun. So she's doing great things too at the library. So
What is the weirdest gift you've ever received?
I have a couple.
Yeah.
I'll tell you two.
all right.
My mother-in-law, who God rest her soul, she's since passed. I've always been relatively petite. And one year for Christmas, she bought me like this double XL fugly, fuzzy, pink fleece sweatshirt. And she said she found it on clearance. That's why she bought it. It was 3 sizes too big, maybe more. It was ugly as you can possibly imagine. I would never in a million years have worn it. I don't even know why she would buy it and think she must have been short a gift or something. Just give me nothing. And this pink, it's horrible. It was like bright pink. It was like neon pink.
You should have saved it. That would be the
Fuzzy.
best white elephant gift for somebody
the
else.
hell?
Oh my goodness, that's hilarious.
If you still have it, I
Yeah.
would love to wear it.
Do you
Oh my
still have
gosh,
it? Yeah,
no.
you do.
I got rid of that thing real quick.
Oh my goodness.
And then and I remember in like it might have been just out of high school and I had, my high school boyfriend. I had short hair. And for Christmas his mom bought me hair scrunchies. But I didn't have any hair to tie them up with.
Was she thinking of another girlfriend?
I don't know, maybe.
Or a
Probably.
hint, like
I
grow
don't
your
know.
hair
I
out?
don't know. And I was like, thank you. I'll save these for when my hair gets longer.
Those are great. Those are great
So
answers.
those are probably the 2 worst gifts I've ever received.
You always have great answers, especially considering that you had like no one knows what Adrian's gonna ask, right? It's like
Hide your face when you open a double XL fluorescent pink fleece. And I mean, I was really thin back then.
let's see your face. Try and recreate it
Oh
as
my
you're holding
God.
up the sweatshirt. Let's see.
And then you have to say thank you. You're just like, oh.
You should have been
What do you-
like, I must have got so and so's gift by mistake. This must be for your other
Oh
daughter-in-law.
my God.
Oh, that's really funny. Those are fun. Those
Terrible.
are funny. And that's a good question too, Adrian. I knew he always has.
What's the
good ones.
worst Christmas gift you received?
Marsha or me?
You, Adrian.
So this goes back all of a month.
That's this is a recent scar that hasn't healed.
So this goes back all of a month. My mother decided for Christmas she was going to get me a shower curtain with a cartoon frog on it.
I don't see anything wrong with this gift.
I don't
Yeah.
understand why a shower curtain. That's a little weird.
Well, it doesn't go with my restroom at all, and not super into cartoon frogs.
Is your mom
It would be better if you actually were like afraid of frogs and
Right.
we still bought you.
like a clown, like a creepy clown?
Yeah.
Now, does your mom tune into this? Is she gonna be real sad that you don't like that you're not using the frog shower curtain?
She does not listen to this.
Okay.
So why did she say she bought you that? Did she say like, oh, I saw this and thought of you? Or was it on clearance like my present?
Yeah, right. It could have been
I
that.
think it's because when I was much, much younger, I did like frog things. I had
Yeah.
a bunch of frog themed texts, like you know,
Okay.
when you're in high school, well, not even high school, like middle school, and you have like your paper you put over your textbooks to keep it nice, and
Yeah.
yeah, so that goes back, a couple decades.
Well, that's kind of endearing then.
I think
He's
it's
like
sweet.
remembering
She's
like
like
that you
young
used to love
Adrian.
this. Yeah. That's
Well-
kind of an endearing thing, but I understand that if it doesn't like
So Adrian is
match or
yeah.
go.
Adrian, it's always scary when we have things in common, but I also had somewhat of a frog collection early on, but this was early in my marriage because we had like our house was green, everything was green, like green carpet, green couch. And so I would have like little like decorative frogs or Christmas frogs that sang songs. And then I had like an concrete frogs outside, they're still out there. So the problem with that, right, is everybody's like, oh, you collect frogs. So then all of a sudden you get like all these frogs from everyone
Right.
all the time. So you can't really, if you don't want to get a lot of things, you can't really have like a collection, right?
Or you
So
can't acknowledge that.
that's
you
what I'm
like it.
saying. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. But people would come over and be like, oh, she loves frogs. So then like I would get all these frogs. So when you said that, Adrian, I was like, I mean, not anymore. Please don't get me frogs. But but you're right. I also had a frog connection.
But there is something like really cute about frogs.
Yeah. I
For
like 'em.
being like kind of, they pee when you pick them up, pee in your, you know what I mean?
And-
Like,
right.
the
And for
toes,
being
whatever,
like,
toes
it's not
of
easy.
frogs. There is
It's not
something
easy
cute
being
about 'em.
green like Kermit.
Right,
I think mine
right.
starts from my love of Kermit. I don't know. But yeah, I love that you collected frogs. So where is this shower curtain now? That's what I want to know.
That's classified.
Oh, that's great. That's really funny.
Is it a cloth shower curtain that you can repurpose into like a different room?
No, it was plastic.
Plastic like used to clean up a
better.
big something
I know,
mess.
it's even better.
That you made. Oh, that's great. That's really funny.
Well, what about you? What was your
I can't really think of anything weirdest or I don't know. I couldn't really think of anything good. You guys have really good answers. We do. So in my circle of friends and even in my family, we do a lot of white elephant gifts. So
Okay.
we give ridiculous things, but we know that going in, right? Like, so I guess I'll say I didn't get this gift, but it was one of my all-time favorites because one of the gifts that was in the I think I'm the one who gives bad gifts, like to be funny. So like I'm like one time my brother was going away and I'd wrapped him up some roadkill, like a dead possum. And so he opened it up and acted a woodchuck. It was woodchuck. He opened it up and acted like it was the best gift ever, but it was like a dead animal. And
that
so
had to smell awful.
it was just for quick laughs.
Oh my God.
And my sister, so sometimes we give really kind of crazy things like that, or so we give crazy gifts. So like when I want to say what's the weirdest gift, I'm gonna say it's from one of those exchanges, right? Because
Yeah,
we
that's
give
what-
crazy gifts, but
yes.
everyone knows that going in.
Okay.
It's not from a mother-in-law or a mother who means it as a serious gift. We mean to give a shock gift where somebody's like, what? So yeah, we give
Okay.
crazy gifts, but that's what we're known for. So
Okay.
so my weirdest, craziest gifts are intentional.
Okay. Well,
So I've received and given a lot of them, but not
Mo-
context.
Moving on from dead animals.
Those are mild. I was trying to think of the mild ones I could share you guys. The rest are not mild.
What is the most useless skill you possess?
oh, that's an easy one.
All of them for me.
That's an easy one. I'm not proud of this. I kind of am. But I watched Little House on the Prairie a lot as a kid. And I can tell you within 5 seconds or less of any part of any episode within Little House on the Prairie, exactly what happens throughout the entire episode.
That's awesome. I'm gonna put her up to the test for that. I feel like I love that.
It's like a sick talent.
Yeah.
I wish it was like a game show. I would win.
So-
I would be like
I
the
know.
Jeopardy champion of Little House
So
on the
could
Prairie.
I quote a line? You could tell me a little context because I can quote some lines. What
I
if
don't
I
know
said
about
like
that.
what if I say like look at the country girl,
Oh, that's,
look at the
that's
country
the
girl.
first
It
episode.
is, it's the pilot. Look at you.
That's the
Yeah.
first episode.
So yeah,
Which, if you've never read the memoir that
Nellie wrote.
Nellie wrote, it
It's
was
so
fantastic.
good. It's so
I think
good.
it's on audio. And she reads it.
Yes, I love
and
it
I
too.
loved it. I was like, I cannot get enough of this.
I love that too. All that behind the scenes stuff, what
Yeah.
really went on and her story.
And then like
That's
the stories
amazing.
about Michael Landon who played
Yes,
Charles,
the stuff he
and
used to do.
like what he like how he wouldn't like
Yeah.
his
Oh, I
clothes
know.
and
Yeah,
stuff.
I know exactly what
Oh
you're
my
saying.
God.
Probably not podcast appropriate, but you have to read her memoir, Allison Engram's memoir.
It
But
just made him seem a little less Christian, Adrian. That's what I'm gonna say.
you'll have to read it to find out. Another fun fact about that I learned from her book was also that Nellie and Laura were like best friends. And that's what made
Yes.
it so funny that
That
they
was a
love
little-
those scenes.
I was a little surprised about like the viewpoint of Melissa Sue Anderson, who played Mary.
Yes, because you thought she was the sweet older sister.
Oh,
and she
yeah,
was a
I
little
thought she was, like-
standoffish. They weren't besties.
No.
Oh, here's another episode. What about the one where she's like, when Laura says to Nellie, Nellie, your mother's calling you. Do you remember that scene?
I have to see that.
Oh, okay. I know.
No,
I'm not doing it the credit.
No. I don't.
It's the one with Bunny when she gives the
Oh, she gives the horse back and she pushes her down the hill.
There it is.
And, like,
That's the line.
Nellie fakes her paralysis.
That's the one.
I
Oh my
remember
gosh,
that
I love
one.
this. I could play this all day too. Because I also
We-
am a Little House
we should
junkie.
do,
Little House trivia.
Yes. Marsha against me.
Next
You want to
podcast.
set that up in all your free time?
Next time. Next time.
We should have been better prepared. I didn't know this about you. I'm learning so
Yeah.
much. I love
I
it.
love.
Now, did you read the books too, or just watch the show?
Oh,
Did you ever read
hated,
this?
No, I hated reading. as a
That's
kid.
funny.
I
That's
hated it.
funny. Yeah. I'm glad that you like it now or
And my
listening
kids
to it.
hate it now,
Yeah.
and I don't force at them because
Because you can relate,
I
right?
hated it as a kid.
I
So
know.
maybe one day they will. Maybe one day they won't.
Yeah. That's tricky. I'm glad you're enjoying it now though, and it's funny.
I
Yeah.
enjoy it a lot now.
You should go back and read those now though, now that you're a reader and you know all the episodes because they're different. It's very different on TV than it is in the books.
I know, but don't you ever feel like once you watch something on TV, you're just like, I already
little.
know about it. I don't want to read the book.
A little, but I think it'll be kind of like reading like Allison's biography, Memoirs of a Prairie. I think it'll be like that.
Okay,
So maybe you might like them. And they're quick reads.
that's true. They're not
Read-
going to be
Read them before they're banned and gone. Read
right.
them now.
Right.
Oh, all right, Adrian, what else? What else you got? Now that I'm like going down nostalgia lane with Little House.
I got nothing.
Well, we can talk a little bit. We've been talking a lot about the blues. I guess we still have another kind of week or so of this coming up on our podcast, but this is the Black History Month blues. The big gig is taking place at the Monroe Community College. And this will be out in time, right? That's the 24th. You should do it for your birthday. So that'll be on February 24th, which could be very close to whenever you're listening to this. And there will be on the 27th here at the Ellis Library is Zoom. Not Zoom like the Zoom meeting, but like Zoom like the performer. So we're doing all kinds of different
What's Zoom, the performer?
yeah, that's her name.
No, but what is it?
Blues
Oh,
concert here.
okay.
So we're
That's the
doing
same-
so there's blues concerts they say Tuesday blues days, but there's blues concerts all throughout the library system at different branches.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, if you are a blues fan or even if you're not, come on out and enjoy a concert. That's kind of distracting. Do you have any programs you want to share about, Adrian?
This is going way out, but we just got it on the schedule. On May 7th, which is a Tuesday, we're going to have the next quizzical.
Oh,
Oh, you know what? I saw that and I was like, man,
you
I didn't
doing
sign
it?
up because I went there one evening and I'm like, what are you doing in there? And then I thought that would have been fun. I should have got a team together.
see, there you go. So what's the date? Did you just say? What's the date again for Quizzical?
This is going way out. It's May 7th.
Okay, well, May 7th, everyone, keep that open. Quizzical, take on Jenell and her Little House. Maybe there should be some Little House questions in there. I'm just saying.
Yeah, how many people make up a team? And if you don't have enough
Teams.
teams to sign on with another team?
Teams are of 5 people, and if you do not have 5 people, we will put you together to make 5 people.
Okay. I also know Bedford is doing that travel series with friends. That's super popular. What I was actually looking for to show you is because Jessica also does like a walking book club. I thought
I
that's
saw that. I just
something
didn't
else
have
you would
time
maybe
for
like.
that
Yeah,
one.
and it's during a weird time.
If it were the same book I was already reading, it would work
That's
out great.
true. That is true. Also on February 22nd, if you have time still, there's the first time home buyer processing and budgeting program. This will be at the Ellis Library and Reference Center. There was one held on February 8th at the Bedford branch. Were you there for that or how did that go? Starts at 6:15. It's a weird time. Were you there, Adrian, on February 8th?
I'm not here at 6:15.
Oh, some nights you are. I don't know your schedule. I don't see you anymore.
I don't know my schedule.
I know. Same. Same story here. Anything else? Anything else you'd like to share? I'm learning so much. I love all this about you.
Oh, well, just in, so the church I attend,
Oh, yeah.
they are doing a meal on Monday nights called God's Work. And sometimes I make the meal, sometimes I just help. But
Aw.
they do a really good job and they have a nice crowd. But if you or your family just want to come out for a free meal, maybe your day went kind of long, you didn't feel like cooking, whatever that may be. It's on Mondays, every Monday at St. Luke's Lutheran Church at Jackman and Stearns at 6 o'clock.
Just down the road from the library.
Down the
So
road from the library.
You
And
can
they
go to
do,
the Bedford Library and the church in the same evening. Grab a meal.
they
Get on
do a
the-
really nice meal. They do, kind of like a starter, then your main meal and a dessert.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So you stay there for the whole thing. Like,
Yeah, and
okay.
it lasts maybe an hour,
Yeah, but that's very
but it's
nice.
still nice. And it's, there's no, it's not like,
agenda.
no agenda. It's just, hey, come have a free meal. And
How wonderful.
Yeah.
So did you say you help cook or help serve or what all do
we
you
have
do?
a good rotation schedule,
Okay.
but I'll help out if they are short.
Sure.
And so both.
Wonderful.
But I like doing it.
What a nice thing. And it's social too, social and a meal. And that's wonderful. And that's Monday nights?
Monday nights,
Every Monday?
every Monday. And
What time?
if you maybe you need the meal, but you don't really want to sit in the church area to eat it, they'll also do takeout.
Oh, that's what I wondered. You could
Yeah,
just grab a
You
meal
can
to
grab a
go.
meal to go.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, how wonderful. What a great thing. So Monday nights.
Monday nights,
Yeah.
6 to 7, 6 to 6:30, something like that.
And the library's
Start at
open until
6.
8, so you could come grab a meal, go to the library. Don't see Adrian because he's not there past 6, apparently. Anything that was a wonderful thing.
No, but I mean that's really all I got.
Yeah. That's all I
That's
know.
all I know right now.
We put your picture last time, but Adrian's so savvy now that we add pictures of our podcast
Oh,
guests. Would
nice.
you like your picture on there? And do you want to send me
Yeah.
one or do you want me to take one today?
Mm.
Or should I send a side by side of you and this bear? I could do a screenshot of this.
Yeah, we'll do that.
All right. Get
And
ready.
then everyone can see Adrian.
I think I can. I'll see if
We
it
don't.
works.
If not, I'll just send you.
All right. If not, I'll send
Um,
me one. But yeah, they can see this distraction of Adrian because that's really what they need to see for sure.
But I don't know of anything else community wise that I know of. I just the community meal.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Anything else from you, Adrian, before we sign off today?
This has been In the Library with
Marsha
and Adrian.
and special guest.
Janelle.
Thank you for joining us again,
It was
Jenell.
fun.
Yay. And
Thank
thank
you
you
for
for
having me.
listening.